You tonight to the Jackson High School Gymnasium in Mill Creek for Western Conference boys basketball. It's the Kamiak Knights and the Jackson Timberwolves. Hello everybody, Tom Lafferty along with Alex Clausius here tonight at Jackson High School. And Alex, for the first time in a long time in the Western Conference, we actually get to see a 7-foot player in the Western Conference.
He is big, Tom.
Yeah.
There was a guy sitting next to him. I was like, oh, he's not that tall. I looked at the roster and I go, oh, well, that guy's 6'4", and he's another head above him. Riker Whitkey for Kamiak. It's interesting to see him play. He looked pretty fluid in warm-ups, and at this age, being 7 foot tall or maybe around that 6'11" range, you never know what you're going to get. So I'm excited to see him play, and just the rest of the Kamiak with the new coach, Carson Tuttle, gone. A lot to figure out about this Kamiak Knights team.
Yeah, Kamiak had to reload, and kind of last year was a little bit of a reloading situation for the Jackson Timberwolves too.
Tom, I really like this Jackson Timberwolves team. I was looking at it today. 9th preseason ranking in the Seattle Times, which when you're going against the teams down in Seattle, it's really cool to see your name on there, see a team from Westco as well. But they have all the tools, I think, that could really make a run in that state playoff tournament down in the Tacoma Dome. It starts with the senior leadership. When you have Ben Olsen, you have Christian Liddell, two guys that can fill it up when need be, but it's really nice to have that senior leadership in the backcourt because those are the guys who are going to handle the ball the entire time. Also, they had some height on them too. They have at least, I think, 3 or 4 guys around that 6'4", 6'5" range, and it's great to have that because you never know when you're going to face maybe a 7-footer down there. You want to make sure you have something that can at least defend him a little bit. And lastly, there's 2 different types of depth I love about this Jackson team. One, on the bench, they go around 8 deep, a lot of seniors on them. Any of those guys can come out and give you quality minutes. And also depth in scoring. They've also had a few guys go for 15+ already. And the guy, the X factor I like, Jalen Searles, the 6'6" junior, and he looks long, athletic, could jump out of the gym, so I'm really excited to see him here tonight.
Those are Alex's keys of the game, brought to you by McDaniel's Do It Center, located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for more than 40 years. They're proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. The Jackson Timberwolves come into this game with a record of 1-0 in league play and 3-2 overall. They beat Lake Stevens last Wednesday 56-45 and open up the season with a win over North Kitsap. They also beat Skyview 73-62 back on Saturday, December 1st, then lost a couple. Lost to Marysville Pilchuck 61-57, and they lost to Meadowdale just the other night 49-47. Meadowdale, a team that got beat by Mariner just the other night, so if you start doing if they beat them and they beat them and they beat them, that means we can beat them. It doesn't work that way.
No, it does not work that way. The one game that stuck out to me is that Pilchuck game. Pilchuck didn't win by 4. They're supposed to be one of the top teams in Westco. They did not have a Raekwon Battle in that game, and they still took it to Jackson, who's the 4A favorite this year in Westco. 3A favorite, but you're missing your star player. Maybe it says a lot about this team or maybe the team up north in Marysville.
The Kamiak Knights come in at 0-1 in league play, 2-3 overall. They lost to Mount Vernon by 11 on Wednesday night, 59-48. They opened up with a loss to Bothell, and then they beat Marysville Pilchuck.
Of course.
Also without Raekwon Battle.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just don't know. Then they lost by 1 to Marysville Getchell, and then beat the other a week ago, 67-51 over Edmonds Woodway. So Kamiak comes in against the Jackson Timberwolves tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by GNS Heating and Cooling and Electrical. Founded in 1977, originally established as a residential heating and air conditioning installation company with 2 employees. Through a strong work ethic, GNS has grown to become a leader in the Pacific Northwest in residential, commercial, HVAC, and electric service installation. They're also known as the local experts in green technologies such as solar and geothermal heating. So for the Kamiak Knights, they'll start Dakota Buing, a 6'1 senior, Brendan Byer, a 6'1 sophomore, Charlie Powers, a 6'1 junior, Ben Ferreira, a 6'3 sophomore, and Riker Whitkey, a 7-foot senior. Their head coach is Brandon Corsi. The Kamiak Knights for the Jackson Timberwolves. Steve Johnson, their head coach. Jesse Hoiby, he's a 6'1 junior. Jalen Searles, a 6'6 junior. Ben Olsen, a 6-foot senior. Kyle Bigovich, a 6'6 senior, and Joe Capone, a 6'4 senior. So good height for the Jackson Timberwolves. And the Kamiak Knights,
they got one person with that really good height.
And every coach you ever talk to, you know what? At the end of the game, he's still 7 feet tall.
Exactly. The one thing I took away from the lineups, Christian Liddell not in the lineup tonight. We don't know if it's due to injury or whatever it's going on, but we hope to see him here play today. But I know he's a guy, a microwave, I like to call him. He can fill it up when he wants, and also I think he went for 28 in the first game against North Kitsap.
And sources tell us that he should play, just not in the starting lineup tonight. So that's the starting lineups. The Kamiak Knights, the Jackson Timberwolves, Wesco 4A boys basketball set to get underway. Stay with us. Tonight's opening tip-off and game action coming up next. You're watching Western Conference boys basketball on STSPN.com.
You know, I've been wanting to buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Rairdens of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go, it looks like it's here right now, I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Rairdens of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Rairdens of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Everett and Lake Stevens, we'll help you find what you're looking for and offer friendly advice too. Owners Greg and Christine are all about serving their customers and their community. They support local high school sports and many other community organizations and events. So the next time you need help with your to-do list or project around the house, bring it to Ace. They'll greet you at the door and help you find whatever you need fast. Show your support for locally owned businesses. Shop Ace Hardware just off Highway 9 in Lake Stevens and Everett Greenway in Everett. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
And here we go at Jackson High School. Nathan Murphy, Eric Efland, and Chad Smith are the officials tonight, and we're set to go. The Kamiak Knights in the black uniforms entering the floor from our left. In the white uniforms with green trim, it is the Jackson Timberwolves. We're set to go. Again, Jackson, Hoiby, Searles, Olson, Bigovich, and Capone. And for the Kamiak Knights, Buing, Byer, Powers, Ferreira, and Wutke. And Riker Wutke, 7 foot in there, and he'll be ready to jump it up here for the Kamiak Knights. Ball is in the air. Bigovich tipped it, but it's going to go into the hands of Kamiak, and the Knights will have first possession here. Moving to our right, again in black uniforms, purple numbers, as they work it around the left side. Buing with it. He'll measure and shoot a 3. Rims off, no good, and Capone will grab the rebound. Up the floor quickly comes Jackson. Hoiby to the baseline, leaves it behind him for a 3 ball in the other corner, and that won't go. So 0 for 2, both teams for the 3 balls, as Bigovich missed that one.
I'm interested to see what Kamiak does if they're going to feed the beast down low. The 7-footer, he's got Ben Olson, who's about 6 foot down there. What are they going to do? That's a mismatch.
There's an air ball, though, that went out of bounds. They're going to go right back over to the Jackson Timberwolves. And you're impressed tonight. You like the size of the crowd.
Exactly.
Tonight.
We got about, 100 plus up there. Really gets the people going. Up for the love seeing this for the athletes out here on the court, too. It's great to see that school and community support.
So here we go. Jackson with it. We're still scoreless. 50 seconds into the opening quarter. Olsen. Hoiby to the baseline with the long flowing locks as they kick it back around. 16 on the shot clock. Backing, turn, fire, rattles off. No, that's a miss by Bigovich. And the rebound grabbed for Kamiak down by Brendan Byer.
I really like Bigovich going right at Witke, too. He's still 6'6" himself, so he's no slouch.
The drive and the rim off, no good. A miss there by Byer. And Olsen has it. He'll feed it down low. Turn, face, no, won't go. Capone with the miss. And another rebound down for Kamiak. We're just going back and forth in a scoreless game, a minute and a half in.
More back and forth than a game of tennis, Tom.
They're going to go down low. They didn't. It goes to Buing. He goes to the baseline. Will he score? No. Foul called. Outside official made the call, though. They're going to say 2 shots coming up here. It's going to be Bigovich picking up the foul. Correction. It's going to be Searles picking up the foul. That's his first team foul, and Dakota Buing goes to the stripe. First one on the way up, and it is no good. And he will get another. Dakota Buing, the 6'1" senior for Kamiak. Won't go. So we're still scoreless, coming up on 2 minutes into the game.
Tom, did your hair ever look like that from Hoiby?
No.
Back in the 70s?
Well, close, but not even close. Shoulder length anyway, but
okay.
not like that. Here's a jumper, no. Another miss there. Bigovich is 0 for 3 in the game, and Kamiak will clear.
I'm really interested to see who Kamiak goes to. They're not going to Whitkey. Dakota Buing missed those 2 free throws right there. He's actually the one name I recognized from last year's team that made a nice little run in the state tournament as well. So who's going to step up?
The hook won't go for Buing. Thought he saved it, didn't. He stepped on the out-of-bounds line. We're still scoreless at the 5:34 mark in the opening quarter. Defensive struggle here, a pitcher's duel.
I like to say both teams are having fun.
Hoiby got to put up the forearm there to make some room for himself. Now Olsen goes around his screen, dumps it back down, a little give and go underneath, won't go, back up, one more time, no. How about the third time's a charm? No. 2 misses by Capone, 1 by Searles. If you're keeping track, everybody's 0 for so far.
Making my stats job easy.
That's right, you're keeping track of scoring, you got nothing to do. 3 minutes into the game, no score. Hook shot, sky hook won't go for Whitkey. Olsen, one-hand pass to Hoiby. Pull up, no. Tap up, yes, Searles.
Man, he could play above the rim, Tom. He was way above that. Felt like his head was almost near the square on the backboard. At the 4:48 mark is the first points of the ball game, and it's Jalen Searles with the bucket. It's a 2-0 lead, and here's a steal. Stolen there by Capone. Down Searles with a dunk. Gotta love the throwdown. The throw down by Searles after the steal by Capone, and a timeout on the floor by Kamiak. And we step aside with 4:25 to go in the opening quarter. Timberwolves 4, Knights nothing. Back with more here on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Back at Jackson High School, 4-0 lead here in the opening quarter. And Kamiak will have it after they called the timeout. They swing up Bigovich. Nope, stolen away. Olsen with the steal. Olsen with the short arm, and then the Olsen check to the boards.
Man, he hit that wall back pretty tough. He scored a goal that was in the soccer.
I know. I think, though, they're going to call the foul. It's going to be on Brendan Byer. I think he's 2 minutes for boarding.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
Ben Olsen, though.
Yeah.
Always cool to see the guys go straight from football straight to basketball. I know Jackson's football season ran out a little bit sooner than most, and he was hurt too as well.
Right. In fact, he's got a wrap on his wrist.
Trying to make the most of it, so I appreciate that.
Hit just 1 free throw. It's 5-0, the lead for Jackson. Kamiak in the black uniforms, purple numbers. Whitkey, first time I think we've said his name with the basketball in his hands. And it was just a little pass off. Will he get it back? No, they wanted to go to him, but it's going to be stolen away. Searles had it. finally found the handle. Olsen bounces, nope, off the fingertips of Bigovic and out of bounds.
Searles is long, that wingspan.
Yep.
Really good defender.
Glenn Wabaluku will check in now for Kamiak. Comes in at the point guard position. Oh, here's a takeaway. Actually, it was over the shoulder, a takeaway, and the bucket up and good, and the shutout is up. It's still going. It's a 7-0 lead for Jackson on their home floor. Jackson comes in 1-0 in Wesco 4A play. Kamiak 0-1. And yet to score tonight. Wabaluku goes in. He's fouled. 2 went up. Searles went down hard. And he's getting up, and he is, well, he'll walk it off, I think. He kind of went awkwardly to the floor.
That was a great crossover by Wabaluku to get to the hole and draw the foul. Then he gets some points on the board. And I think Coach Corsi knows that too.
Capone with the foul, his first. Second team foul. First free throw, no. They didn't take the cellophane off of the bucket here on the, I'm trying to figure, this is north-south. That's the west end. Finally, first points of the game at the 3:15 mark comes with Wabaluku's free throw. Capone scoops it. No. Tap up, yes, Searles. What's he got already?
He's got 6 points, Tom.
6 points for Searles.
All around the bucket.
And it's a 9-1 lead, 8-point lead for Jackson. They just keep increasing, and now we got an offensive foul call.
Moving screen. He was moving while he was trying to set it at the same time.
So Cole Blacksmith, no, it was Ben Ferrara. Will pick up the foul. For Ferrara, his first personal foul, second team foul. Team fouls all even up at 2 apiece. 2:50 to play, opening quarter. 2 hands. You heard the official right there. That's one of the points of emphasis this year. 1 hand, fine. 1 hand again, no. 2 hands at any time, you're going to get called.
Oh, yeah. Excited to see Liddell come off the bench. See if he can fill it up.
Olsen puts up his arm to give himself some space. Capone found Bigovic, and the Bigovic is going to be found there by Riker Wutke picking up the foul. Kind of swiped across the arms.
I like Bigovic going up strong there, though. Not afraid of the height difference. Go right at him. That's the way you got to do it with a guy that tall.
Wutke's first, 4th team. First free throw, no good. For Bigovic, he'll get another. The 6'6" senior. For Steve Johnson's Jackson Timberwolves, rattles that one in. 10-1 the score. The lead is 9. Jackson increases their biggest lead. Jalen Onmei, and it's going to be grabbed here by Jackson. Olsen, Bigovic, dribbles through. Oh, nice step through move. Stepped right around about 3 defenders, split the seam and put it up and in, and makes it an 11-point lead. Now back to the basket there is Ferrara. Looking in the corner. Ferrara gets it back. That's a 2-ball that won't go. And Bigovic grabs another rebound. Up the floor, Olsen. They're not afraid to run. Jackson with it. Olsen almost threw a pass to somebody that wasn't there. He thought Bigovic was still going to be there. He's there. Capone now, cross court, too high.
Couldn't get that one.
He's tall. He's not that tall. Some substitutions here. Carter Korab checks in now for Jackson.
And another body, 6'5" right there. 6'5" sophomore in Karab, so more height.
Korab, a 6'5" sophomore, as we mentioned, playing forward.
With bright shoes. Can't miss him.
That's right. Wutke goes over to the left side. Byer. Now to Powers. Byer. Wabaluku. He'll dribble it in. Unafraid, no fear, and he lays it up and in. Nicely done there by Glenn Wabaluku, the sophomore. 12-3 the score.
He has all 3 points for the Kamiak Knights as well.
the headline there is they've only got 3 points with 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Face and fire, and a 3-ball down it goes. Christian Liddell puts it in.
That's a smooth-looking jumper, Tom. Very smooth.
The lead is a dozen with 43 to go. Wutke back out for Byer. 19 on the shot clock. They're just not getting anything down low. So, if that won't happen, you'll just fire up a howitzer from way outside. It's a miss by Powers, and another clear out by Jackson. We're just about dead even on the shot clock, game clock. And we're at 11 seconds. Olsen lost the handle, down to 10 seconds. Bigovic goes in, fouled again. That's going to be 2 on Riker Wutke. And he'll go to the bench.
That's a tough foul to take. Very tough foul to take, especially this close to ending the first quarter.
So Bigovic at the free throw line. As we mentioned, Wutke picks up his second personal foul. He'll go to the bench. 5 team fouls. Searles will sit. I think Steve Johnson's going to have a chance to play a lot. You're going to see a lot of your depth for Jackson
I
tonight.
like depth. Got to make sure you're starting 5. Every person that goes farther down, you want to make sure they're still a starting 5 caliber player.
Down to 3 seconds. Babaluku, pull up at the horn. No, offline. We've played 1 quarter here at Jackson High School. Wesco 4A boys basketball. And our score after 1, the Jackson Timberwolves 16 and the Kamiak Knights 3. Second quarter coming up right here on STSPN.com.
As records tumbled and enemies cried, came the birth of a legend. But we did not sleep. We did not rest. With knowledge gained and lessons learned, a legend was born to search and destroy. Respect the beast, but don't wake the monster.
The Sixth Sense, or what, no? What's the movie where? Now I can't remember. It's one of those scary movies with the shaky camera.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I have no idea.
So here we go. Jackson with the basketball. They got a big lead already here as we head into the second quarter. And another outside 3-ball up, and that's good by Christian Liddell. And the lead is 16 points for Jackson. And another steal. Takeaway by Olsen. Feed it. Liddell in rhythm, but that one won't go. Kick it right back out to him. Olsen looked at it. Didn't do it. And coach says, let's run some motion. Let's use some clock here. Liddell, runner, won't go. Hahn with the rebound. Olsen, cross court again. Hahn, a little reach through there. No call, but they're going to put up another 3 that won't go. That's a miss by Liddell. And the outlet pass for Kamiak. Several shots there. None of them would go down for Jackson. And we're going to have a travel out topside.
I was really hoping to use my microwave reference. I've said it once. I really wanted to see it happen and be like, yeah, Tom, I called it. But 2 straight threes for Liddell. Great looking stroke. Came up short there on the last 3. But I wanted to see if there's any more offense in that Jackson arsenal besides Liddell. So I want to see Hahn and Grayson and Hoiby and Crab. Who's going to score besides him?
And Ben Olsen will go to the bench. So Jackson with Isaac Grayson out there. That's Liddell with it from a foul line. Jumper. Oh. He goes to the deck. Missed the shot. Rebound by Ohonme. And here comes Kamiak. Knights down by 16 points here. We're just underway in the second quarter. Runner won't go. Reload, refire, up, and it's good. Ben Ferrara gets the offensive rebound and the bucket. for Kamiak.
Most importantly, mid-range jumper, Tom, the lost art. I love the mid-range Jimmy.
Here is the little runner that won't go, but a foul called. Carter Korab will go to the stripe. And the foul is going to be here on Jay Ohonme. His first personal foul. That's team foul number 6, so bonus time the rest of the way for Jackson. First one good. Jackson already with 20 points here.
Should have brought my sunglasses inside. I can't even look at his shoes.
Those shoes are
bright. You can't miss them.
No, you always know who's got the ball when he's got the. So the lead 21-5, back to a 16-point lead. Dribbling it, Ohonme closed off the baseline. Ferrara puts it up, too hard. Who's got it? It's going to be grabbed by Jackson. Liddell with it. Quickly up the floor, Hahn to the baseline. He dumps it underneath. You heard coach say good pass, but another good pass out to the right corner off the miss, and it goes for Hoiby, and he buries a 3 ball. And Coach Brandon Corsi says, yeah, let's talk about it. 24-5, the lead is 19 points here in the second quarter with 5:53 to go. Back with more from Jackson High School right after this timeout.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We're just talking about athletes. Boy, the Jackson Timberwolves, they just keep sending more and more athletes out on the floor.
Yeah, I was just asking you, Tom. I go, Isaac Grayson was one of their star wide receivers. It's always just great to have an athlete out there. Sure, basketball may not be his first sport or whatever it would be or whoever it is, but he can play defense. He can run with anyone, and that's always just a nice arsenal and a nice piece to throw off the bench and say, hey, go cover that guy.
So Kamiak, after the timeout, a couple times Brandon Corsi is called just to stop the bleeding. It's 19 points here. A near steal by Liddell, grabbed by Wabaluku. And he's got it.
Someone's got to step up here for Kamiak. I mean, Charlie Powers had 16 against Mount Vernon. Maybe he can check in with something. Brendan Byer had 9. So definitely some pieces who can score, but, man, there must be a lid over that rim.
Liddell. See, now this is a party foul here. You didn't get swatted if you got called for a foul.
Exactly. Those kids over there.
You got to go teach them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not swatted if you get a foul called on you. First free throw, no good by Glenn Wabaluku, the sophomore. Only 3 seniors on the squad anyway for Kamiak. Buing is 1. Whistler Pasquale and Riker Wutke. We're going to have a line change here.
Yep.
I'm going to call an offensive foul. Got a little bit of an acting job there for Dakota Buing, but you know what? If it works, take advantage of it. And the foul is going to be called on Isaac Grayson. For Grayson, his first personal foul, the 4th team foul. So over the boards, a complete line change. 3 forwards and 2 defensemen will come in for Jackson. We've kind of had a hockey game here. We had a boarding foul earlier, and now we've got a line change.
It's also really nice to bring in 3 guys that are 6'4", 6'5", that, I don't know, started for you to start the game when you're up by already 18 points in the second half, or second quarter of the first half.
Outside shot, no good by Buing. Another rebound grabbed by Jackson. This time Olsen brings it out, calls the play, taps the top of his head. And that probably doesn't mean that I'm going to throw an errant pass, have it tipped away. It's going to be grabbed by Wabaluku and going in for the lay-in. And maybe that's what it does mean. You tap the top of your head, and all that's going to happen.
And that's 6 points for Wabaluku. He's driving. He's getting to the hole.
24-8 the score. That's Capone. Now to Sisum, who's out there. Bigovic tried to go hard to the rack and got pushed. And I think they're going to get Ferrara. like I said, Ohonme will pick up the foul. One guy was in front of him, one guy was behind him.
Happens all the time.
Free throw, no.
He's left some at the line, though. I think he's 0 of 3.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you hit those. That should be another key on my keys of the game on the keychain. You got to make your free throws.
Well,
Tom.
that's my old broadcast partner in basketball, Brad Baxter, always said, kids, you got to make your free throws. Oh, kids, you got yeah, but if you got Capone there to grab a rebound, I guess
that's all right. You get a pass on that one.
You still have to run a screamer though at practice on Monday, and that lay-in won't go for Bigovic. He'll have another chance. Got bonked in the side of the head, and the foul, second in a row here on Ohonme. He picks up his 3rd personal foul already. 8th team foul. See if Bigovic can put one in.
There it is.
He does. First of 20 straight for Bigovic.
Yes. One of these things, Tom, I know it's going to be tough for Kamiak, and I think Joel Boyer mentioned it when we did some games last week. It's so big for Kamiak. I know it's tough because they aren't even in double digits, but to cut that lead into single digits before that halftime just to get some sort of spark and make it manageable for that second half.
That 20 in a row was snapped at 0.
Yep.
So, or 1, I guess.
Yep.
Wabaluku trying to penetrate this tough defense. You know, you don't talk about it as much, but Jackson plays good defense.
I think it just goes back to a lot of athletes out there.
Yeah. Foul's going to be called inside. A couple of shots coming up here. Olsen picks up the foul. He didn't like the call. He's over talking to one of the assistant coaches, Marshall Massengale, who played here at Jackson. Free throw, yes. First one will go. Dakota Buing will get another.
It's always good to see the ball go through the hoop. Whether it's a free throw, three-pointer, confidence.
Hit them both. Leads 15, 25-10. Halfway through the second quarter. Jackson and Kamiak. Game 2 of the Wesco 4A season. Everybody takes a break after next week's games. Most schools are out next week, but they still have Wesco games going on. And then a couple of weeks off for Christmas, and a lot of schools going on to tournaments or playing here and there.
What was the San Diego tournament I liked? The
Surf and Slam.
Exactly.
Timberwolves are going to Bothell. That's a good tournament.
Exactly. It's equivalent to San Diego.
And Kamiak's going to the exotic town of Mount Lake Terrace.
Ooh, the house or the city that Steve Willits built.
Steve Willitsville.
Yep.
Long outside by Liddell, won't go. Wabaluku grabs the rebound. And we'll be covering during Christmas break the Top of the Peak Girls Tournament. 4 days over at Glacier Peak High School. 4 games a day. Nice tournament. Lots of good schools in that one. Leads 15. Wabaluku turns, puts it up. I think hit from the side by Capone.
Oh, yep.
And he gets it back. Ben Olsen says, thanks for the block. Thanks for the offensive. No, they're not going to call it offensive rebound. They're going to call it defensive rebound. They're going to count the bucket. So a block shot on one end. Olsen found him on the other end. He gets the bucket looking for a three-point play. It's a pretty good career. That was your career.
I was about to kind of think about what happened right there. Way too soon. Joe Capone, though. Really nice compliment to Bigovic. I do like that a lot.
He's a big body. He's not afraid to just say, well, okay, this is my space. Get out of here.
Another piece in the arsenal for Coach Steve Johnson. Bring out this guy. Senior, been there, done that, got the T-shirts.
Is there an online place for the Jackson High School Timberwolves boys basketball fan club? Is there to where we can sign up?
Exactly.
You're member number 0001 on your badge, right? Yeah. Well, but right now they're leading by 18 points with 2:37 to go in the first half. Capone with the foul, his second, 6th team. And Ben Ferrara will go to the free throw line. Wasn't he an entourage? Ferrara? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Ferrara? Yeah.
No.
Turtle.
He is Turtle. I wonder if he's our player of the game, we're going to ask him if they call him Turtle.
There we go.
That'd be a way reach.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he keeps on hitting those mid-range jimmies, though, you never know. We can talk about banked free throws, too.
Yeah. Well, they got to double digits, and they got it to 16 points.
Not a foul you want to make. Coach Corsi's not going to be happy with that one right there.
Yeah, Ferrara picks up the foul. So Bigovic, who's struggled tonight here with the free throws.
I think that he's 1 of 7 now.
Not good.
Sounds like kind of a couple of my pop quizzes I had back in the day at Skyline.
0 for 7?
No, 1 for 7. I got one right, the name slot.
There you go. The mean streets of Sammamish.
Exactly. I can't count to 8, though. That's how many points Bigovic has. Leaving a lot out there, though. He could be in double digits right now.
Brendan Byer checks in. The 2.5 to go. And he'll bring it up. Olsen playing good defense there. On Powers, pulls up. No. Bigovic goes up and says, yeah, I can't hit free throws, but I can go high in the air and grab a rebound. Outlet, Hoiby shoots and hits the 3.
And that's 6 points for Hoiby. 2 3-pointers.
2 3-pointers. The lead is 20 for Jackson on their home floor. Here's a little turnaround, trying to answer on the other end. Can't do it. Whistler Pasquale with the miss. Olsen again gets it. Missed the lay-in. He kind of stands there and goes, you got to be kidding me. I missed a lay-in like that? He goes to the other end and gets a foul. He thought he was going to get a block, but he's going to get called for a foul. Yeah. Ben Olsen picks up the foul. That's going to be his second personal foul. And he'll come over, just stand by the bench, knowing that Steve Johnson says, yeah, you're done for the half with 1:43 to go, and Kevin Hahn will take his place. And Charlie Powers will be at the free throw line and hit the first one.
And he's a guy that really needs to step up for Kamiak right now with 16 points last week. They're going to need something. They need 16, maybe 20, maybe 30. I'm not expecting that from Mr. Powers right there, but I'm hoping for it.
You're setting the bar.
I'm saying to
pressure.
Exactly. Hopefully you can hear me.
They'd like to get to 30 points tonight, the team. And they're not halfway there yet with 1:35 to go. Here's Bigovic. Power move to the rack and puts it in.
That's 10 for him.
The lead is 20. Already in double figures. Powers, he'll put it too hard off the window. And Hoiby, are they going to get Hoiby for the foul? Yeah, they are. Pushing off. He just says, oh, was that on me? Halftime, Glacier Peak leading Monroe 29-24 over at Glacier Peak High School. Steve Willits on the scene there. First free throw is good for Cole Blacksmith. And he'll get another. Now that's a good name.
It is.
Cole Blacksmith.
Definitely one I could see you saying at Everett Memorial Stadium during Aquasauce. Not saying for baseball, but whatever it is, just having that good depth behind it.
Cole Blacksmith.
Exactly.
Actually, it sounds like a Western hero. Sheriff, it's Cole Blacksmith coming into town.
We've gone to Western from Entourage. I did not expect this when I came here today.
Bigovic saves it. 18 on the shot clock. Bigovic gets it back, turns, splits the defense and puts it off the glass and in. Lead is 20 again, 36-16, 50 seconds to play.
With Whitkey not out there, though, Tom, Bigovic is just having a field day.
Yep. Long outside three that won't go. Follow-up won't go. Third time, will they get it up? Here's a shot. That three won't go. So a couple of misses there. Byer missed, Powers missed. The lay-in missed there by Hahn, but the follow-up and putting it home there was Jalen Searles, and it's 38-16, biggest lead of the game for the Jackson Timberwolves, up by 22 points. Powers answers on the other end. 10 seconds to go.
He heard me. You can't get to 30 if you don't get to 4 first.
That's true. Searles, long outside, offline, won't go.
Oh, that
double
was,
pump.
oh.
Whoa, that was off the. It had a chance, but it did not go. And we are at halftime here at Jackson High School. Game 2 of the Wesco 4A season for both these teams, the Kamiak Knights and the Jackson Timberwolves at the half. 38-18, a 20-point lead for Jackson on their home floor. Back with the second half action right here on STSPN.com.
Ho, ho, go. I think my ride's due for an upgrade.
There's more than one way to fly. Great deals all month long at the Dodge Black Friday event.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Everett and Lake Stevens, we'll help you find what you're looking for and offer friendly advice too. Owners Greg and Christine are all about serving their customers and their community. They support local high school sports and many other community organizations and events. So the next time you need help with your to-do list or project around the house, bring it to Ace. They'll greet you at the door and help you find whatever you need fast. Show your support for locally owned businesses. Shop Ace Hardware just off Highway 9 in Lake Stevens and Everett Greenway in Everett. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks.
special sports edition of Something About Nothing, live from the Manhunt Studios. It's Scott and Tim talking something they have no idea about, sports. These guys wouldn't know sports if it hit them in the ass.
Want this Mullen kid we're going to play San Francisco?
No, of course not.
I mean, it's just horrible.
I know, they're good quarterbacks are tough.
I've been wanting to buy this truck, and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Raritan's of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go. It looks like it's here right now. I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Raritan's of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
And now welcome back as we're seeing some highlights from the first half here at Jackson High School, where the Jackson Timberwolves have a 38-18 lead over the Kamiak Knights. What do you got for numbers, Alex?
We'll go through them really fast because this is maybe official and maybe unofficial at the same time. For the Kamiak Knights, Wabaluku with 6, Buing with 2, Byer with 2, Powers with 4, Ferrara with 4, and Cole Blacksmith with 1. For the Jackson Timberwolves, Liddell with 6, Hoiby with 6, Searles with 8, Karab with 2, Olsen with 3, Bigovich with 10, and Capone with 3.
And Kamiak with the basketball, and Powers has it. He'll shoot. Won't go. And Jalen Searles will grab the rebound. I would think that Brandon Corsi at halftime, let's win the second half. Be the main objective.
I like that.
But 3 in the first quarter, 15 in the second quarter for their total of 18. 16 and 20 the first 2 quarters for Jackson. And that's Bigovich, who won't go. And cleared out by Kamiak. We went nearly 4 minutes in the beginning of the game before anybody scored.
With only scoring 3 points in that first quarter, it's so tough to get into a rhythm, though. It is so tough.
Wabaluku, who's starting here in the second half. With a miss, though, Searles goes up. It's going to be short. And Powers grabs the board. Doesn't have numbers. Hoiby goes up. Hoiby committed the foul. And I think he's contending. Yeah, he got him with the body. It may have been a clean swat, but he got him with the body. And so Powers goes to the free throw line.
And he knows coach is not going to be happy because you never foul a jump shooter.
Yep. First one good for Powers. It's 38-19, double score. Second personal foul on Hoiby. Can't hit the second one, and Bigovich grabs the rebound. Hoiby brings it up. Up fakes for the 3. Olsen will shoot the 3, rims it out. Watke with the rebound for Kamiak.
We haven't seen Watke in a really long time, Tom.
No.
He got that second personal, but haven't brought him in since.
He's out there to start this third quarter, and he's got the basketball at 7 feet. One bounce and kicks it out to Powers. He goes around the defense, puts it up with a runner with the right hand, won't go. Bigovich grabs another rebound, outlet to Olsen. Finds Hoiby streaking down the right side. He'll pull up, hook a pass to Bigovich, but it's knocked away from him. Pretty good defense there by Kamiak. Wabaluku goes in, his lane is up, and it's good.
Wabaluku's giving him some good minutes off the bench today. He started even second half, so Coach Corsi definitely saw something. He's leading the team with 8.
17 the lead right now for Jackson. The white uniforms moving now to our right, and Bigovich has it knocked away. Buing with it. In the corner for Powers. High, it won't go. Bigovich, he's got at least 10 rebounds.
Oh, yeah. If Powers would have made that 3, made it a 14-point game, I would be willing to put my life savings that Coach Steve Johnson would have called a timeout.
You got about $1.98 in the bank?
No interest now. It's 207.
Okay. There's a miss, and here's Kamiak. Brendan Byer. A little overplay there by Capone, trying to get it away from Ferrara. Wabaluku, back to Ferrara again, back to Wabaluku. And Ben Olsen says, thanks, I'll take it. Early Christmas present. Oh, but then he gives it right back. And then he gets it right back. And back out to Searles, who hits it. Hot potato there for a second.
And Searles has 10 points, though, too, now, Tom. That was my X factor. If he gets in double digits, I don't see it'd be tough for anyone really to beat Jackson in this Westco League, I feel like.
Scramble. Saved out of there. Reverse lay-in. Toughest shot of the night, and it's up and good by Charlie Powers, the 6'1 junior guard for Kamiak. Searles with it. Back to Hoiby. That was an argument there for travel. Looked like an extra step. Hoiby again. Searles back to Olsen. He'll stop and pop from 6. Won't. Gets his own board. Shortest guy on the floor. And he'll have to earn him at the free throw line.
Kamiak Knights in a 2-3 zone. Jackson attacked it well. You always want to attack right around the free throw line with quick ball movement. Sure, Olsen missed the first shot, but he's going back to the line for getting his own rebound. So great offensive execution by the Jackson Timberwolves.
So Jackson next week will play Mariner on Wednesday and Monroe on Friday to wrap up the first about third of the Wesco 4A season. Olsen at the free throw line. The foul was on Brendan Byer, his second. Then they'll play Central Valley in the Bothell tournament, the 28th and 29th. It's a good tournament over at Bothell High School.
CV making a trip all the way over here.
So here comes Kamiak. Mahonme has the ball knocked away. Olsen almost had a steal. Ball went out of bounds. They say white ball, and so he did get the steal. Always protect the gear.
I was moving quick. Tom, I have a question for you. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
West King Tournament, new this year.
Yes.
Is that hosted at Everett EVCC, or is that now Jackson and North Creek back and forth?
Correct.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You said third of the West Coast season, and I go, man, I'm getting old over here. I feel like I was just watching these guys play.
Well, because you get to the month of January, then about a week into February, and there you are. You're done. And then you go to the district tournament. Count the bucket by Bigovich. He'll go to the free throw line. And the West King, which is it's a chance. It's a chance the Western Conference takes that if but for that matter for the Kingco too.
Yep.
You could get shut out of going to the state tournament if everybody loses in the district tournament. But
we saw an extra slot, correct, for them.
Right. But it happened last year. How many do you need to see Jackson play Kamiak 4 times?
No.
Twice in the regular season, early in the district tournament, then they play again. Yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah.
So you got to play somebody different. Now the Wesco 3A different. They have 16 teams.
Yep. They spread everywhere.
And you only see them once during the regular season, so that's your district tournament. Plus you mix in a little bit of a factor with Squalicum and Ferndale.
Yep.
So that's a big district tournament. But when it's just your 8 teams and then your 8 teams again and then one more time your 8 teams, well, forget it. So the East Lakes and the Skylines will mix it up with the Kamiaks and the Jacksons.
I like it, though.
And the trick, too, is to get, for both leagues, you get the top 2 spots and you get a bye into the second round.
That's huge. So all these Wesco games are very important.
Big time. You know, it's kind of, well, same as the NFL. The first and second seeds, you get the first round bye. You want that. So boy, I sure wish we would have won that game back in early December.
Yep.
You know, and Kamiak may be one of those teams. Lead is 22 points at 45-23. Shot won't go. Miss there for Carter Korab, but the putback is up and it's good for Bigovic.
I have him at 15 points too. He's just a force down low.
Playing tough defense. Blocking foul is going to be called. Korab. No, check it. It's going to be on Jalen Searles, picks up the foul. His third personal foul, third team foul. 2:15 to go, third quarter. 47-23 the score. And Ben Ferrara, not to be confused with Jerry Ferrara, will have a seat. We were talking about entourage in the first half. Ooh. Bigovic has played a good game. That thwarted that attempt there on the little backdoor lob. Then we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And we'll step aside with 2:10 to go in the third quarter. 47-23 T-Wolves leading the Knights. We're back with more on STSPN.com.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Here we go, 2:10 to go, third quarter. Looking on the inbounds here, Kamiak with the basketball after the timeout. And a little runner too hard, won't go. A miss by Ohonme, and the rebound again by Bigovic. And Jackson has it. Leading 47-23. Inside 2 minutes now to play in the third quarter. Korab. Olsen. Back to Searles. They move the ball around the perimeter.
You don't want to go around the perimeter in that 2-3 zone. You're going to get farther and farther away. You got to attack it where Bigovic is. There you go.
He goes in, backs in, but it kicks it back out instead to Searles, who will go in a little bit closer.
That's
Pull
Liddell.
up. Oh, excuse me. Liddell won't go. And then he counts it, and it will be free throws coming up here. So Bigovic got fouled, though, although the shot went over in the corner.
On that rebound, offensive rebound, the
Yep.
putback, the and one. Right now, he'd be my front runner for Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game.
It's called product placement right there.
It is.
Right there. So free throw here for Kyle Bigovic. That's the one part of his game. If he's our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game, we got to ask him about it.
Oh,
there you go. Riker Watke with the slam off of the rebound.
Man, Tom, it'd be nice to be young again and do that. I'll tell you that much.
It's just a shorter trip for him at 7 feet. Back out. Liddell. Now Korab finds Liddell again. Close off there. 13 on the shot clock. Korab rims off, no good. Ferrara with the board up the floor. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Babaluku with it. Gets the ball knocked away by Liddell. 18 to shoot. Foul called. Reach in foul. I think Liddell got away with the first one, but the second one, the official goes, yeah, we're just going to call that one.
Back in my day as an official, anytime they told us, anytime there was that wraparound steal, call it no matter what. Doesn't matter if they don't touch one of yours, just call it, whatever it is. And I was like, well, sometimes they just hit the ball. Nope, call it every time.
Yeah. Nathan Murphy, Eric Ifland, and Chad Smith are the officials. Long outside shot that won't go. And Jackson will have it play for one shot with 23 seconds to go. Hoiby and Olsen. Liddell overplaying the defense by Wabaluku. 10 to go. That's Liddell. He hits it. Play for one shot. If that one shot is open at 10 seconds, you'll do it. Down to Watke. Two-handed slam dunk. Couple of dunks there for Watke in the quarter, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The lead is 51-27. We head to the fourth quarter right here on STSPN.com.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Points, and that's an Edmonds Woodway team with Mudong Bowl with an offer to Eastern Washington, who's averaging upwards of probably around 23 to 25 points. So we were expecting kind of that, oh man, it's going to be a close game, really good challenge for Jackson, but Jackson just came out early, and look at us now. We're up 24 points in the fourth quarter.
Well, they set the tone, 16-3 in the first quarter, and that was kind of all she wrote. Outscored them 20-15 in the second quarter, 13-9 in the third quarter. We're underway in the fourth quarter. Hoiby, Bigovich just went up and got it. He went over the top of two defenders, says, excuse me, I'll just take that and I'll lay it up and in and put it in. It's 53-27.
And I got him down for 19 points too, Tom.
A little overplay there. Korab swatting at the basketball. And they're going to call a kick there on Liddell. That should reset the shot clock at 35 seconds. It will. The Knights have Jackson and Cascade. Jackson tonight, Cascade and Glacier Peak next week. And then they go to the Mount Lake Terrace tournament. They'll play Sunnyside and they'll play Cedro Woolley down at MLT in their tournament. Two-day affair down on the 28th and 29th during Christmas vacation.
I love these teams from the eastern part of the state coming over to play some ball. It's always great to play someone a little bit different.
I will give you $1 if you tell me the mascot for Sunnyside.
Eagles.
Grizzlies.
It's always the Eagles or the Wildcats. Everyone knows that.
How about Cedro Woolley? Closer to home.
Let's come back after the game. We'll talk about it.
They're the Cubs.
That was my third guess.
Long outside shots. Good. 56-30 is the score. The lead is 26 points. There's Liddell. No. And the rebound is going to be grabbed by Kamiak. Outlet up the floor. Oh, they're going to call that's a foul. Are they going to get Powers for that one? Yeah, they are.
He does have 10 points now, Tom.
Charlie Powers with the foul, his second personal. Team fouls all even at 4 each here in the second half, of which there's 6:30 to play. Looks like Steve Johnson, I think, is going to start to clear the bench here. As we mentioned, they have a couple of league games still, even though winter break has started. They'll play next week, Mariner and Monroe. Turnaround, Korab.
The thing also, too, Tom, I feel like all these guys for Jackson have already played at some sort of time in this game, which that just contributes also, or attributes to the depth of that Jackson Timberwolves roster. He can play anyone, go 9, even 10 deep if needed.
Well, he's got 10 suited. He got two guys in hoodies down there that haven't taken their hoodies off yet. I think they're the victory cigars. Buing, now on top it goes. 8 on the shot clock. Looking to the top, they go. Powers will shoot and hit a 3 from the top of the key. Charlie Powers.
He's creeping closer to 30. It's getting close.
How close is he?
He got 13.
Okay, he better hurry up.
Yep.
Hoiby. Liddell with a 3. And I think that they're starting to put up a few because of the white shirts are going to start coming off the bench, and it might as well pad the stats a little bit here. One dribble, the bounce, and rhythm up and in. Ohonme with the bucket. 61-35 is the score. Liddell, bang!
Man, I have him for 14 points, but he's had those 2 stretches where he's gone back-to-back threes on both, so that's 12 points right there. But Liddell, man, he's a good-looking shooter, got a great stroke. If he gets hot, Jackson, man, they can go really far.
Powers, it's just the battle of the 3 balls. Powers misses that one. Hoiby with it. Liddell. I think the officials will put their whistle in the pocket unless something bad happens. Oh, Begovic missed the dunk. Oh, he's mad about it too. You don't like doing that. And then coming down is Powers with the bucket, and it's 64-37. 4 minutes to play in the game. Christian Liddell, Hoiby, Korab will turn, face, fire from 13 feet away.
I like Korab a lot. The lefty, he's very smooth. He has a quiet 6 points.
Just like his shoes.
Exactly. I got my Ray-Bans out of the car and came back in so I can finally see who he is.
Split the defense. Back over for that corner shot that would not go for Ferrara. Hoiby with it. Liddell, we haven't had a whistle in about 4 minutes, which is just fine, by the way. Liddell, nope, stripped by Ferrara. To Powers. Down to Ferrara again, and he lays it up and in. Now we're going to have a timeout called. It was too crowded in front. It was a fire hazard for all the guys that were ready to check in, so they had to take a timeout. We'll step aside. 3:16 to play in the game. 66-39. It's all Jackson tonight against Kamiak on STSPN.com.
You know, I've been wanting to buy this truck, and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Rairdens of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go. It looks like it's here right now. I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Rairdens of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Rairdens of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
Let's talk about who we think will be our Adrenaline fundraising player of the game. Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline has several products, including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough. Now I'm hungry. Donation programs and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN Player of the Game Award.
Man, I like Begovic for that. He's got almost 20 points, missed the dunk right there, and his free throw shooting has not been.
Missed the dunk and free throws.
But 19 points. He's got a bunch of rebounds, though, too.
I know, but we're going to have to ask. You're going to have to ask the tough question.
Oh, man.
This is going to be like 60 minutes. You're just going to have to an ambush interview.
Exactly. Another thing, Tom, that maybe go unnoticed that I thought's awesome. Cooper Smith coming in. Missed shot there by, is that Wabaluku?
Yeah.
Cooper Smith comes in, hasn't played really the whole game, takes it through right there. The entire bench for Jackson's up, cheering for him, just hoping that shot goes in. Just shows a lot to the team culture, team unity for the Timberwolves. They want everyone to succeed, and even someone who maybe not play the most minutes, so it's awesome to see.
Yeah, Cooper Smith out there. Nick Sysum out there. Jalen Searles remains on the floor. Also Isaac Grayson and Kevin Hahn for Jackson. For the Kamiak Knights, grabbing that rebound there is Brendan Byer. Glenn Wabaluku, foul called. Watke is still out there. Jay Ohonme is still out there.
Isaac Grayson at 6'1", guarding the 7-foot Watke. This isn't a cornerback for Kamiak. This is a 7-footer who's had 2 tip-back dunks.
Nice inbounds feed. He got it in for a bucket by Brendan Byer for Kamiak. 2.5 coming up on. The lead is 25 points. Steal, and then We're going to say out of bounds. So no foul there, out of bounds. And Searles will throw it in from right in front of our broadcast location here, courtside at Jackson High School in Mill Creek. Hahn gets it. Back to Searles. Now to Grayson. Now Searles then getting back to the basket. Long outside three ball, air balls it, no good. Nick Sysom, the bench was ready to go. They were ready to jump out of their shoes.
I'm not even looking at the shot. I'm looking to see what they do because they'll tell me.
Here's a three. It's up and good. The other end, Charlie Powers, and a timeout called by Jackson. We'll take one more break. 2:03 to play in the game. 66-44. It's a 22-point lead for Jackson on their home floor right here at STSPN.com.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Everett and Lake Stevens, we'll help you find what you're looking for and offer friendly advice too. Owners Greg and Christine are all about serving their customers and their community. They support local high school sports and many other community organizations and events. So the next time you need help with your to-do list or project around the house, bring it to Ace. They'll greet you at the door and help you find whatever you need fast. Show your support for locally owned businesses. Shop Ace Hardware just off Highway 9 in Lake Stevens and Everett Greenway in Everett. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks.
Here we go, the final 2 minutes of this ball game. It's been all Jackson tonight on their home floor. That's Cooper Smith with it. And Nick Sysom. Searles splits the defense. Wutke goes up and gets the, as we said in the pregame show, at the end of the game with a minute 45 to go, he's still 7 feet tall.
He is. Good foreshadowing there, Tom.
Hahn throws it in. Has it top of the key. Smith. Searles. Wanted to go around the defense. He says, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to fade and put it up from 17 feet away.
That's a big-time move. Behind the leg step back. You can't teach that, Tom. You can't teach it.
No. The student section is excited going in. Outnumbered, but up and in with Brendan Byer. Minute 10 to play. Jackson up big, 68-46. Smith looking to clear some space. Searles again.
He wants him ISO. Oh,
and
man.
He puts it in. Wutke just kind of stood there with his hand up and said, yeah, shoot over this, and he did. And puts it in, makes it 70-46. Wabaluku goes in. He lays it up. Defense optional here, the final minute of play.
Wabaluku with 10 points now, double digits for Mr. Glenn Wabaluku.
Hahn with it, 24 to shoot, about a 3-second differential. Searles another one. He hasn't overtaken Bigovich though in your POG.
He's got 17, but this is kind of some garbage time.
Yeah.
But trust me, those are some caliber, or that moves right there, the step back fadeaway, that three-pointer right there, 3 straight times going back and forth. Very impressive by the junior.
Then he gets whacked in the forehead by Searles, but that is it. 73-48 will be our final score with Jackson over Kamiak, and we will come back as the teams will shake hands. We're going to talk with our player of the game, Kyle Bigovich from Adrenaline Fundraising, and we will wrap it up here from Jackson High School. So Jackson wins it 73-48 over Kamiak. We will come back and talk with our player of the game right after this timeout.
You know, I've been wanting to buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Rairdens of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go, it looks like it's here right now, I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Rairdens of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Rairdens of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
Here we go. We're back with our player of the game, Kyle Bigovich here, presented by Adrenaline Fundraising. Good game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fun to play?
It was very fun to play. One of the funnest games I've played.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we had the chemistry going. We were sharing the ball. We were all doing our thing. So it was a good game.
Did you look up at the scoreboard at the end of the first quarter and think, really, 16-3?
No, I thought we had to make it bigger.
Really?
Yeah, we weren't going to let up.
I like it, though. I like it. So, senior year for you, how important is this, especially probably playing with Christian and Kevin and Ben Olsen and everything? How important is this season for you guys?
Really important because we've been looking forward to this since we were in 8th grade, 7th grade. Just really excited for trying to get to the Dome this year, just trying to win Westco, all that.
Is that the ultimate goal, is to play in the Tacoma Dome?
Yeah, that is the ultimate goal for us.
Look, we were talking about too, Tom. You get to skip school for a day, go down there, and you ever play the morning games. That sounds like a heck of a time for me. I'd love to go down too.
Yeah.
Talk about Steve Johnson, your coach. Seems like he's orchestrating everything nice and perfect out there for you guys.
He is. He puts it into a language that we can really understand, and he just knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a long time, and he knows how to speak to us. So.
And the thing Alex noticed when some of the second-string guys, third-string guys were in there, everybody on the bench is up there cheering for him too.
Yeah, of course. We're a big team. Even the guys who don't play as much, they're still rooting along for us, and they're part of the team as well. So we're happy to see him do well.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
That is our Adrenaline Fundraising. We're going to get him a shirt and get a picture here, and our Kyle Bigovich, our player of the game. Again, the final score 73-48. Jackson defeats the Kamiak Knights. And thanks for being with us. For Todd Elvig on the controls and for Alex Clausius, I'm Tom Lafferty again. The final score from Jackson High School tonight, it was the Jackson Timberwolves 73 and the Kamiak Knights 48. Good night, everybody.